the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Now Hall to start the drive. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down. Look at this Baltimore defense. Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into Week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go and get to that number 1 spot.
10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On 1st and 2, it's Hall. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Ravens, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Catch made right side by Wilson. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
2nd and 10. They'll drop the throw. This pass out wide to Hall. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
They'll run with Hall. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop him short of a first down.
In motion goes the tight end. On 4th down, they're trying to run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start on the ground with Irvin. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. When you talk about this Jets defense, they are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
We know it's only week 1, but the results are pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. There's some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
Jackson going to keep it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know what's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this. Guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
13. Go.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's got him in, complete. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
2nd and 9 now. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A 1st down there on a pickup at 25. First down. Now back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, He ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Second down and 8. He'll drop to throw. Taking in left side, it's Wilson. And the Jets are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
The partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. From the 33, here's second down and a yard. A shotgun handoff here to Irvin. And a 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Ravens are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great out.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Hey, Ozzy. You change it. You at X. Right on.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Jackson going to keep it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble. The Ravens send their punter out now. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. A give running right is Hall. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that his defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Second and 5. They'll go again with Hall. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier to shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Wilson's got it complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Middle. No, we changed it.
Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Hey, middle.
Here's Jackson to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The Ravens send their punter out now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
It looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Wide open receiver complete. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
And it's 3rd down.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll run with Hall. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. One more time with Hall. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Hall. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
On for the field goal. A 21-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. We haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the... They've got his man complete! And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over 1st and 10. at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. 78 yards. And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Luke now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Makes the score Jets 17, Ravens 14.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Second down and 6 now.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Unlock fire, unlock fire. Motion.
Running left, it's Hall. Now he's free at the 35. Breece Hall. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Boy, shifts past him. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they're trying to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
yeah. Hey, middle. Go.
Jackson. He finds his rookie wideout from Tennessee. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches.
At the 41-yard line.
Report. 13. Hey, Ozzie, shut up. What are they? What is up? Go ahead. Hey, come on. Shut up.
Throwing is Jackson. Going to throw right side here, complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 41-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. To throw is Jackson. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Middle. What is up?
Jackson now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Jackson will throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
To the right side and intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Here's Hall again. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. 149 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Back to throw now on 1st down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Now it's Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
We know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now Jackson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about this defense? They give up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
A 46-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll move him back within 6 now. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation, they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something that was built on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends, his time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Baltimore. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Back to throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They put them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
A 3-yard pickup.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yo.
An option give now to Mitchell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now it's Jackson. That is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Ravens take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. On his loop for the extra point. The rain making this treacherous, but the extra point is good, and with it, it'll give them the lead.
Jets 23.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Escaping a tackler at the 25. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Out of the gun, they run it home. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far as a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
The slot man in motion right. On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now they'll change things up.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Had no command that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. They'll look to throw again.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 41-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Straight ahead is Hall. And the follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 170 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. They'll drop to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
He's back to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big third down. Back to throw. Oh, my goodness! They were in field goal range, but it's intercepted. And the Ravens have just about sewn up this football game. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in, even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line. They got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Throwing now is Jackson. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Middle.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
180. 180. Sit on. 180. Yes, sir. Go right here.
Here's Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line. Now 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Jets have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
The Jets will line up for a 2-point conversion.
Now Jones. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Jackson to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Now Jackson. It's caught. Mitchell. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
3rd and 12.
No, we changed it. Yo.
Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Report. Hey, middle.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Throwing, Jackson. His throw incomplete. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like having there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Yeah, that will be incomplete. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't come in. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one.
Ready? 19 Tiger.
The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take a knee. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now, let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Jets, it's an early road victory as they move to 2-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll fall to 1-1. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Go.
Typical, body overdoing this, that's so typical. Treat like a god, that's so typical. Please don't more this, that's so typical. Don't wanna talk about it, so cynical. So cut it out like a umbilical. Don't wanna risk the ouch of the ridicule. It's so typical, visual, I feel like the one. Yeah, I wake up every morning and thank God for my lungs. I'm trying to ride the wave, I'm trying to get me paid, I'm trying to move and shake, I'm trying to walk away, I swear my wrists are great, I'm getting used to change. Face of a mortal, that's so typical, body of the dominance, that's so typical, feel like a god, that's so typical, please don't more this, that's so typical, don't wanna talk about it, so cynical, so cut it out.
In a jumbled life of glitter, dream hit concrete, mind all jook up. Tend to think in 1,000 thoughts, I'll pop through north to the voice, get bored. Endless stairs in a sinking door, I search for things I don't need no more. Baby, I'm typically every day, can't call it shady. I'm airing you cause I'm an anxious state, the worries daily. But if I link my G's, it goes away, I'm honey lane. I gallivant with darling, baby, jet, jet, jet.